If you are over 55, the foods you eat every day may be quietly affecting your memory more than you realize. Aging naturally brings changes in brain function, but certain dietary choices can accelerate cognitive decline, reduce focus, and make it harder to remember names, appointments, or daily tasks. Some foods that feel comforting, convenient, or even healthy may subtly increase inflammation, oxidative stress, or blood sugar spikes, all of which can impair the delicate networks of neurons in your brain over time. Memory issues often appear gradually, which is why many seniors do not notice a problem until forgetfulness becomes frequent or daily life starts to feel more challenging. Today, we will count down 5 foods that research shows may weaken memory in older adults, starting with the least damaging and moving to the most harmful. And at the end, you will discover one food that studies suggest may protect brain health, support memory, and improve cognitive function when eaten regularly. Number 5. Sugary snacks and pastries. Many seniors start the day or snack throughout it with sweet treats like pastries, cookies, or candy, often believing they are harmless. However, these foods can spike blood sugar levels rapidly, which over time contributes to insulin resistance, inflammation, and oxidative stress in the brain. Neurons are particularly sensitive to fluctuations in glucose and insulin, and frequent spikes may impair memory formation and retrieval. Even snacks marketed as low-fat or baked may contain refined sugars that accelerate these effects. Over months and years, this repeated stress quietly weakens the neural connections, responsible for short-term memory and learning. Choosing whole fruit, unsweetened yogurt, or a small handful of nuts as an alternative can provide sweetness without the blood sugar crash. Pairing these foods with protein or healthy fats slows glucose absorption, reducing oxidative stress and protecting cognitive function. Beyond the immediate impact of blood sugar spikes, seniors should understand how frequent consumption of sugary snacks can affect overall brain health over time. High sugar intake triggers inflammatory pathways in the body. Older adults who frequently reach for pastries or cookies may notice subtle cognitive changes before any serious issues appear, such as difficulty recalling recent conversations or misplacing items at home. When meals are supplemented with empty calories from sweets, seniors may miss out on essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect neurons, such as vitamin B12, vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids. Over time, these deficiencies further weaken memory and cognitive resilience. Incorporating whole foods, like berries, nuts, seeds, and whole grain snacks, can provide the same satisfaction without harmful sugar spikes. Mindful eating practices, such as chewing slowly, savoring flavors, and pairing sweet treats with protein or fiber, slow glucose absorption, and reduce oxidative stress on the brain. Hydration also plays a critical role because dehydration can amplify the cognitive impact of sugar. Drinking water before and after consuming any sweet snack ensures blood flow remains optimal and oxygen reaches the neurons efficiently. In addition, seniors can experiment with small behavioral adjustments, like setting a specific time of day for a sweet treat rather than grazing throughout the day. This helps regulate blood sugar patterns, supports steady insulin levels, and protects memory function over time. By combining these strategies, mindful consumption, hydration, nutrient-rich foods, moderate seniors can enjoy occasional sweets while maintaining brain health and minimizing cognitive decline. In addition to blood sugar spikes, sugary snacks can affect memory by increasing oxidative stress and triggering chronic inflammation in the brain. Seniors who frequently eat pastries or cookies may notice subtle forgetfulness over time. Regular consumption of high-sugar foods can also displace more nutrient-rich snacks, limiting intake of essential vitamins and minerals that support cognitive function, such as B vitamins, magnesium, and omega-3s. Pairing sweet treats with protein or fiber-rich foods helps slow absorption, reducing sudden sugar surges. Hydration is important to drinking water before and after snacks helps maintain healthy blood flow to neurons. Replacing sugary snacks with whole fruit, nuts, or yogurt provides antioxidants and stabilizes blood sugar. Mindful eating each bite, eating slowly, and controlling portion size reduces overconsumption and protects memory. Combining these dietary adjustments with gentle exercise like walking or stretching further supports insulin sensitivity and cognitive resilience. Over months and years, such small but consistent changes can reduce inflammation. Eating sweets right before or after meals, rather than throughout the day, helps reduce blood sugar spikes and minimizes the strain on neurons. Incorporating snacks that contain natural antioxidants, such as berries or nuts, alongside or instead of pastries, can protect neurons and improve cognitive function, keeping neurons healthier and reducing the risk of age-related cognitive decline. Number 4. Processed meats. Processed meats like sausages, bacon, deli slices, and cured meats contain high levels of sodium, preservatives, and chemical additives. That research links to inflammation and vascular stress. In older adults, inflammation in blood vessels can reduce blood flow to the brain, depriving neurons of oxygen and nutrients needed for optimal memory function. Nitrates and nitrites, commonly used in processed meats, may also produce free radicals in the body that contribute to oxidative damage in neural tissue. Even moderate daily intake, combined with a typical senior diet, can accumulate over time, quietly increasing the risk of memory decline. Choosing fresh poultry, fish, or plant-based protein alternatives, seasoned with herbs and spices, can provide satisfying meals, without the hidden cognitive risks associated with processed meats. Processed meats are particularly concerning for memory because of their dual impact on vascular and neural health. The high sodium content contributes to increased blood pressure, which in turn reduces blood flow to critical areas of the brain, impairing the delivery of oxygen and nutrients necessary for memory and learning. Seniors who eat processed meats daily may unknowingly be contributing to subtle but cumulative cognitive decline. Even occasional consumption can impact cholesterol and vascular health. Preparing fresh meals at home, using unprocessed meats like fish, poultry, or legumes reduces these risks. Cooking methods in which steaming, baking, or grilling at lower temperatures prevents the formation of harmful compounds that can arise from high heat cooking of processed meats. Incorporating anti-inflammatory foods alongside protein, such as leafy greens, berries, or spices like turmeric and cinnamon, may further protect brain tissue from oxidative stress. Hydration also supports the removal of metabolic byproducts and toxins, preventing accumulation that could otherwise harm neurons. For seniors, small swaps like replacing deli meat with a bean-based salad or a piece of grilled fish can dramatically reduce vascular stress and improve long-term memory function. Over months and years, these dietary adjustments help maintain healthier blood flow to the brain, combined with regular cardiovascular exercise, stress management, and sufficient sleep. Avoiding processed meats becomes part of a holistic approach to protect memory and cognitive health. Processed meats contribute to memory decline not only because of sodium and preservatives, but also due to their effect on vascular health. High sodium intake raises blood pressure, reducing blood flow to the brain and limiting oxygen and nutrients needed for neuron function. Nitrates and nitrites can form free radicals, increasing oxidative damage in neural tissue. Seniors who eat processed meats regularly may experience subtle cognitive changes, such as slower recall and difficulty concentrating. Cooking fresh, unprocessed meats at home, using herbs and gentle methods like steaming or baking, minimizes these risks. Pairing meals with anti-inflammatory vegetables or antioxidant-rich fruits helps neutralize free radicals and supports brain health. Even occasional swaps replacing deli meat with fish, beans, or lentils can reduce cumulative vascular and neural stress. Hydration, combined with a balanced diet, ensures waste products from metabolism do not accumulate and damage neurons. Over time, consistently reducing processed meat intake protects memory, improves circulation, and supports long-term cognitive function. Seniors can also consider portion control and frequency. When it comes to processed meats, even small daily servings can accumulate over time, so limiting intake to occasional use reduces vascular and neural stress. Choosing lean cuts, avoiding processed meat sauces or marinades high in sugar and sodium, and pairing meals with fresh vegetables enhances nutrient intake and helps maintain optimal blood flow to the brain. Cooking at home ensures more control over ingredients, reducing harmful additives. When combined with hydration, exercise, and anti-inflammatory foods, minimizing processed meats significantly supports memory preservation and overall brain health for older adults. Number 3. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates, including white bread, pasta, pastries, and many breakfast cereals, are rapidly converted into glucose, which can spike blood sugar and trigger inflammation in the brain. Over time, high intake of refined carbs may impair hippocampal function, a region of the brain critical for forming and storing memories. Lack of fiber in these foods also reduces satiety and can lead to overeating. Whole grains such as oats, quinoa, barley, or brown rice are better alternatives because they release glucose slowly, helping to maintain stable energy levels and supporting memory. Seniors may find that incorporating whole grains into meals improves both cognition and overall energy, particularly when paired with protein and healthy fats. Over time, these repeated spikes create insulin resistance, which research has linked to impaired hippocampal function, the area of the brain responsible for forming new memories. Seniors consuming high amounts of refined carbs may notice difficulty remembering names, dates, or daily tasks. The lack of fiber in these foods reduces satiety, leading to overeating and additional metabolic stress that further impacts brain function. Pairing whole grains with proteins or healthy fats stabilizes blood sugar and provides the brain with sustained energy. Additionally, whole grains contain B vitamins and minerals like magnesium, which support neurotransmitter function and neuron health. Seniors may also incorporate legume-based meals, which combine complex carbohydrates with protein for optimal cognitive support. Cooking whole grains thoroughly or soaking them beforehand improves digestibility and allows older adults with sensitive digestion to benefit without discomfort. Incorporating vegetables rich in antioxidants alongside whole grains further protects neurons from inflammation. Combined with hydration, moderate physical activity, and stress management, reducing refined carbohydrates helps seniors maintain sharper thinking, better focus, and a healthier brain over the long term. Refined carbohydrates, including white bread, pasta, and cereals, can impair memory over time by causing rapid blood sugar spikes and insulin surges. Seniors who rely heavily on refined carbs may notice forgetfulness or difficulty focusing. Choosing whole grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa, and barley slows sugar absorption, stabilizes energy, and reduces inflammation. Over time, making these simple swaps can strengthen cognitive resilience, improve recall, and maintain overall brain health. Mindful meal planning, portion control, and consistent eating schedules complement these dietary changes, enhancing memory and mental clarity. In addition, seniors should pay attention to portion sizes and meal combinations. Pairing them with proteins, healthy fats, or fiber slows glucose absorption, stabilizing energy and protecting neuronal function. For breakfast or snacks, replacing white bread or refined cereals with whole grain options, or adding fruits and nuts can make a meaningful difference. Avoiding late-night consumption of refined carbs also prevents unnecessary blood sugar spikes before sleep. Number 2. Fried and deep-fried foods. Fried foods, including French fries, fried chicken, and pastries cooked in oil, are often high in trans fats and oxidized lipids. That research shows can damage neurons and increase inflammation. Trans fats are strongly associated with reduced cognitive function and accelerated brain aging. The accumulation of harmful fats in the bloodstream can also impair circulation to the brain, depriving neurons of essential nutrients. Older adults consuming fried foods regularly may notice subtle memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, or slower recall. Reducing fried food intake, opting for baked, steamed, or air-fried alternatives, and using healthy oils like olive oil or avocado oil can reduce inflammation and help preserve cognitive health. Adding antioxidants from fruits, vegetables, or spices, like turmeric, can further counteract oxidative stress caused by occasional fried meals. Fried foods, including French fries, fried chicken, and pastries cooked in oil, are highly inflammatory due to trans fats and oxidized lipids. Trans fats are particularly harmful because they integrate into cell membranes. For seniors, whose neuronal connections may already be less resilient due to aging, consuming fried foods regularly accelerates cognitive decline and memory problems. In addition, fried foods contribute to arterial stiffness, reducing blood flow to the brain and depriving neurons of oxygen and nutrients essential for learning and memory. Pairing meals with antioxidant-rich foods, such as vegetables, berries, or spices like ginger and turmeric, further protects neurons from oxidative damage. Seniors can also experiment with alternative cooking methods, such as steaming, poaching, or slow cooking, which maintain flavor and texture without damaging fats. Even occasional fried meals, if balanced with other protective foods, can be enjoyed without significantly impacting memory. The key is consistency, maintaining a diet low in fried foods while prioritizing nutrient-rich. These fats reduce blood flow to the brain and compromise memory over time. Cooking methods like steaming, poaching, or slow cooking preserve nutrients while reducing harmful compounds, maintains circulation, supports neuroplasticity, and protects memory function. Seniors should also consider the frequency and type of oils used in cooking. Replacing trans fat-rich oils with olive, avocado, or coconut oil, and limiting deep-fried restaurant meals reduces oxidative stress on neurons. Preparing meals at home with baked, air-fried, or lightly sautéed alternatives. Incorporating fresh vegetables, berries, and spices high in antioxidants alongside meals enhances the protective effect. Number 1. Sugary beverages. Sugary beverages, including sodas, sweetened teas, flavored coffees, and energy drinks, are the most harmful to memory among common senior foods. Liquid sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly, causing blood sugar spikes that increase oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. Excess sugar is also linked to impaired hippocampal function, reduced neuroplasticity, and even shrinkage in brain areas responsible for learning and memory. High sugar intake can exacerbate insulin resistance, which further compromises cognitive function over time. Drinking plain water, unsweetened herbal teas, or adding a small splash of natural fruit juice to water provides hydration without cognitive harm. Reducing sugary beverages is one of the most effective strategies for protecting memory and overall brain health. Sugary beverages are the most damaging to memory because liquid sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly, causing immediate spikes in blood glucose and insulin. These fluctuations promote oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, which impair the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, critical areas for memory and executive function. Seniors who regularly drink soda, sweetened teas, energy drinks, or flavored coffees may notice subtle memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, or slower recall over time. Beyond sugar, these drinks often contain artificial flavors, preservatives, and sometimes caffeine in combination, further stressing neurons. Replacing sugary drinks with plain water, unsweetened herbal teas, or small amounts of natural fruit juice reduces cognitive strain and supports blood sugar regulation. Consuming drinks slowly rather than in large gulps helps stabilize glucose and insulin levels, supporting consistent energy and oxygen delivery to the brain. Combining hydration with nutrient-rich foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and whole grains enhances protective effects against oxidative stress and inflammation. Seniors can also practice mindful drinking habits such as limiting consumption to special occasions, avoiding sweetened beverages first thing in the morning, and pairing drinks with protein or fiber to slow absorption. Over time, these small adjustments, combined with regular movement, sleep hygiene, and mental exercises, dramatically improve memory retention, focus, and overall cognitive resilience. Sugary drinks, including sodas, sweetened teas, flavored coffees, and energy drinks, are particularly damaging to memory because sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly. Drinking slowly, pairing beverages with fiber or protein, and reducing overall intake of liquid sugar support brain health. Combined with hydration, nutrient-rich meals, exercise, and stress management, in addition to replacing sugary drinks with water or herbal teas, seniors can use flavoring strategies like adding a squeeze of lemon, cucumber slices, or fresh mint to make hydration enjoyable without sugar. Drinking slowly rather than consuming large volumes at once helps regulate blood sugar and supports proper oxygen and nutrient delivery to neurons. One protective food. Leafy greens. The food that research consistently points to for supporting memory and protecting the brain is leafy green vegetables, including spinach, kale, arugula, and Swiss chard. These vegetables are rich in antioxidants. They support cerebral blood flow, improve neural health, and contribute to the formation of new neural connections. Consuming a variety of leafy greens daily, whether in salads, smoothies, or lightly sautéed dishes, provides nutrients that protect cognitive function over time. Combining greens with healthy fats like olive oil or nuts enhances nutrient absorption and further benefits brain health. Regular consumption improves blood flow to the brain and supports neuroplasticity, allowing the formation of new connections critical for memory and learning. Over time, consistently including these vegetables in the diet enhances cognitive resilience, improves recall, and reduces age related memory decline. Simple habits, like starting meals with a side of leafy greens or blending them into morning smoothies, make it easy to reap these protective benefits daily. Regular consumption supports circulation, reduces inflammation, and enhances memory formation. Adding herbs like parsley, basil, or cilantro provides extra antioxidants, while keeping meals flavorful. By making leafy greens a consistent part of daily meals, memory changes are a natural part of aging, but dietary choices play a critical role in either accelerating decline or supporting cognitive function. Avoiding sugary snacks, processed meats, refined carbs, fried foods, and sugary beverages can reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain. At the same time, incorporating protective foods like leafy greens and maintaining hydration supports memory, focus, and long-term cognitive health. Small, consistent changes in diet can have meaningful effects over months and years. By paying attention to what we eat, seniors can actively protect their memory and enjoy sharper thinking well into later life.